Henshikaku? What?
Sunglasses are great at keeping the sand out of your eyes so you can see your way. Except at night. Then you can't see anything at all.
To apply. There is no...
Watch out!
Hard to apply.
Coming at ya!
Illusion shattered! One with nature!
A proper send-off from Bettina with love. Aha!
This is it. You can't run. It's just like I went too far.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild. Thank you for Ad Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
No escape!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my
Attack! Coming at ya! Watch out!
Inazuma shines eternal!
Into the wind.
Time for retribution!
Watch out!
Shine down!
One with nature.
Coming at ya!
Illusion shattered!
Wind strider. Time to go.
Shine down!
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Fire! Well, hey there!
Now you shall perish! Illusion shattered!
What it is?
Hey there!
One with nature.
Shine down!
The wind knows me.
Illusion
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Fire! Well, coming at ya!
Inazuma shines eternal!
The wind knows me.
Time for retribution!
Into the wind.
Hey there! Come on out!
Shine down! There is no escape!
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
A proper send-off! Hey there! Hey there!
Now you shall perish! Shine down! Detached from the world.
Into the wind.
A proper send-off! From the Cedar with love!
One with nature.
Hey there!
We're back.
You were gone for an awfully long time. Oh, please tell me nothing bad happened.
There's nothing to worry about. All you need to know is that you'll never have to worry.
Sorry, Chiori.
What are you talking about? The next time you need to leave the city, call the Special Security and Surveillance Patrol. With that sort of escort, the next time you make a delivery, those treasure hoarders won't go anywhere near your goods.
Good one, Chiori.
I'm being serious. You know,
Wait, you don't mean...
I've already spoken to the captain of the Special Patrol. As discussed, the patrol's going to take a small detour during their daily training tomorrow.
There's really no need. I'm just a simple courier. I don't need...
Well, you certainly shouldn't count on such a procession for every trip you make to Fontaine. It'll also show those guys what'll happen to the...
Well, if you think it's a good idea, Trav...
Well, with the bad guys out of the way and your goods safely delivered, everything should be good to go for Fontaine Fashion Week.
I believe so. I'll try to churn out a few more outfits over the next few...
Paimon's gonna take a guess and say suppliers are super important.
But of course, that's also why this year's Fashion Week is so important to me.
But isn't your brand already really famous, Chiori? Your
Even so, I would imagine there are still people who've never heard of the Chioria brand.
Well... I mean, with the amount of places that I deliver to,
Then it's still not famous enough.
All of it?
Wait, would that mean I could just go to any Chioria branch on the continent to get my clothes fixed?
Alternatively, of course, you could just be a bit...
Okay, I'll admit, they...
Well, if that's your dream, Chiori, then we should do our best to make it a reality.
I'm sure I could think of something.
Oh, what is it? What is it?
Why don't you come to my shop tomorrow and model for me? Simply put, You'll serve as my living mannequin.
Oh, so we get...
Seeing them off the rack will also give me the chance to make some small adjustments to the stitching and the silhouette of the designs.
Sounds easy enough.
No need. We've already booked the models, if you like them, though. Feel free to visit the boutique and see if anything catches your eye.
Ooh, sounds great!
Then we have a deal.
Yep, sounds good. Wait.
Is coming up. A replica. Did you read the paper today?
Chiori, we're here!
You're here early.
Wait, has Kira...
Yep, with the special patrol.
Did everything go all right on the road?
I believe so. The way they marched forward with Kirara in the center, you'd think she was some sort of VIP. For the second leg, the Spina also came with a pretty large group, led by Navia herself. They took care to clear the path beforehand as well. I even heard that Navia decided out of the blue to make a batch of macarons as a going-away gift for Kirara.
Sounds like Navia really got into it.
My thoughts exactly.
You know, now that you mention Navia, Paimon thinks the two of you are actually pretty similar.
I suppose that's why we're such good friends. Navia has a certain resilience about her. That same spirit is the true vision of my brand.
It's like finding the perfect brand ambassador, huh?
Indeed. Customers pay attention not just to the clothes, but also to the figures in society who wears.
Huh. And here Paimon thought all that mattered was for the clothes to look cute.
Fashion is about more than just looks, my dear. Especially...
Oh yeah. Come on, let's get down to business. We're here to model.
Indeed. Give me a moment while I go retrieve some fabrics and
Set them up.
just carefully organize the ready-to-wear clothes with an eye toward their types and styles.
Whoa, there sure is a lot that goes into running a store.
Well then, I'll leave the displays to you.
So, we just need to put all the clothes with similar styles together, right?
Not bad. You might just have an eye for design. Anyway, over here, stand still. I'll take your measurements first.
Excuse me, Miss Chiori.
Oh, good morning, Leanne. How have you been recently?
Not too bad.
Your gown will be ready next week, so there's no need to worry about missing the ball.
Oh, no, nothing like that.
Cancel.
But you can keep the deposit, of course. I know you can't return any materials you've already used.
Don't worry about the materials. I'm more concerned about you. It's all right. I'm not trying to make things difficult for you.
Thank you. I'm really sorry.
Don't worry about it.
Is it just Paimon, or was she acting a bit strange just now?
It's not a big deal. These things happen every once in a family emergency, an important payday falling through. Judging from the look on her face, something's keeping her from revealing the truth to us.
Well, guess this means you'll have more time to work on fashion.
That's true. Come, let's pick...
Is Miss Chiori in?
I am. How can I help you?
I'd like to return this item.
Oh. Could I ask why?
It's just, not to my liking.
Is there something about it that didn't meet your expectations? Are the sleeves too short, or...
No need. You don't have to concern yourself with that.
And I'd be happy to process that for you. If you could just tell me the cause of your dissatisfaction.
Is Chiori here? I'd like to return my outfit.
Another one?
Is there some sort of new calamity coming that I haven't heard about? Another flood? Or an apocalypse, maybe? What does the prophecy say this time? You'll be spared if you get rid of all your clothes? Surely the entire population of Fontaine didn't convene and pick this one day to come and return my clothes.
What kind of rags are you trying to sell us, huh? The way I see it, this shop is nothing more than a black market front run by a bunch of...
Please calm down, sir.
What is he...
Haven't you heard? Chiori Boutique has been exposed for having close ties with...
And just who is it that dares to throw...
Well, you tell us. The fabrics you've got here, they're all...
I've been transparent about my materials from the very beginning. I've already... If a little hearsay and baseless slander are enough to convince you, then by all means, go ahead and hand over your garments right now.
You...
Elof!
Miss Chiori?
Go outside and help these customers with their return requests. There's no need to ask them why.
Alright.
And once you're done, put up the sign that says we're closed for the day.
Got it.
Chiori...
They couldn't be more fabricated if you tried. The real goal here is to divert my attention away from Fashion Week.
If you say so, but...
The best way to respond to public skepticism is to let your work speak for itself.
Miss Chiori, bad news!
Oh, for the love of... Can a woman...
It's our accessories supplier. They just sent word that they'll no longer be able to supply us during...
What? No accessories? Not even the ones we pre-ordered?
Yes, that's what their messenger said.
And what about the models we asked them to book for us?
I think they'll probably...
Even the suppliers believe those nasty...
Is the messenger still here?
No, they've already left.
So, no accessories means no
Not just that. It means no gems, ribbons, gold thread, all the elements that lend life and soul.
But if you take those away, does that mean you won't be able to...
Elof, you stay and watch the shop. I'll go talk to the supplier myself.
Yeah, and we can vouch for you too. We'll make sure your supplier knows there's nothing...
Thank you. In that case, please come with me.
By the way, we really are just going to talk, right?
Of course. I wouldn't do anything to one of my business partners, especially when a reasonable conversation should suffice.
Who is it?
Venger, we've worked together all these years. The least...
Straightforward as always, I see.
And when has following convention ever gotten me anywhere? Why hire a messenger when I can just explain things in person?
Have you read the papers today?
I don't like to waste my time on baseless lies and speculation. Maybe...
You're right. I only subscribe to the Steambird.
So, these rumors. The Steambird?
No, not at all. They were in some second-rate fashion tableau.
Well then, there you go. Those sort of headlines become old news faster than you can read them. Surely...
You would think that. But someone paid off the tabloids to publish the same article at once. They even went so far as to leave a...
Every house? That means...
It seems your rival really pulled out all the stops this time, Chiori. The art...
What sort of...
a photo of you beating up...
Yesterday?
Ucher again.
Here, I've got a copy. See for yourselves.
Behind the scenes, the true Chioria boutique takes shape. Relying on its close ties to the criminal underworld, the Chioria
I don't know what happened, and I don't want to comment on things that I didn't see with my own eyes. Still, that
Yeah, he was the one who started it!
I appreciate you standing up for me, Paimon.
That's right. The court of public opinion has already made up its mind.
But that was so long ago.
In the world of fashion, your past is like a piece of clothing stained with mud. They claim that most of your clientele are criminals and that those who buy your clothes are just like you.
The absurdity.
Well, it's no laughing matter. Maybe your clientele are criminals. Maybe they're not. But with the way this article combines fact with rumor, trying...
Venger, are you sure you won't reconsider?
If I were younger, I might have said yes. But I'm no longer that brave young man with nothing to lose. I've got the family. I'd be perfectly happy to work with you again after this. But
I understand.
Let me offer you a piece of advice, Chiori. For old time's sake.
You're free to wait things out, Venger. I'll make my own.
Have you ever thought maybe that attitude of yours is what's gotten you into all this?
Have you ever thought maybe this attitude of mine is precisely what paved the way for my...
Fair enough. Then, I suppose all there's left to say is...
Understood.
So, what should we do next?
Without the accessories, I can...
How could they do this? They're making...
Public opinion has never been about what's true and what's... I should have seen it from the beginning.
Well, guess all we can do is just head back for now.
Traveler! Paimon!
Charlotte, what are you doing here?
Looking for you, of course. Did you see those fashion tabloids this morning?
You mean that sorry excuse for an article?
You too, huh? Whoever wrote that article must have known the Steambird would never print something so defamatory. Miss Chiori doesn't deserve to suffer all this baseless slander.
That's great! With your help...
It's my pleasure. I've met Miss Chiori several times. She was the one who made the hat and tie for my camera. Speaking of Miss Chiori, do you know where she went?
She was just here.
If you ask me, I think Chioria Boutique is done for.
I mean, what did they expect? Engaging with criminals behind their customers' backs.
They kept up a solid front, though. I've even bought from them before.
Really? How was it?
The owner was plenty fierce, that's for sure. Makes sense if she regularly deals with criminals, I guess. I've got the chills just thinking about it.
Oh no, we've lost her. Did you hear what all those people were saying? Paimon can't believe they bought all that nonsense.
Miss Chiori doesn't often appear in public or give a lot of interviews, so the general public hasn't had a chance to really get to know her. It's also true that her way of dealing with things can be a little extreme sometimes.
This is all Tear's fault. Wait a second. You don't think Chiori might have gone looking for...
That would only make the situation worse.
You've got a point. Let's just return to the boutique and see if she's there then.
This is Miss Letitia. She's also here to see Miss Chiori.
Oh, you were the one who came to collect the wedding dress yesterday.
Oh, no, not at all. I'm just here to thank her.
Ah, so you've come across that article as well.
Yeah, you probably don't know this. But after
what?
My fiancé owns a small business. It doesn't bring in a lot of mora, but we get by. After he probably noticed how often I talked about Miss Chiori's clothes, and how
And then?
And then, something happened to the business. And we ran into major mora problems.
But didn't Chiori say she was able to make the dress from what was left of the original deposit?
Yes. When I came to cancel the order, she heard me out, and then told me not to worry. She assured me that the deposit I paid would be enough for the dress. And that...
Well, that's a good thing, isn't it?
It is good. It's just...
What a shame. He's not supposed...
Well, see, that wasn't actually the issue. He's seen a lot of wedding dresses in his time doing business. So as soon as he saw it, he knew for sure that it must have cost far more than what we paid.
Huh? So wait, that...
Yeah. Miss Chiori covered all the costs and held nothing back. The fabric, accessories, beading, construction. It was all of the highest quality.
Oh. Miss Letitia, I'd really like to use your story for a piece I'm writing about the boutique.
Huh? Well, if it would help Miss Chiori out, I wouldn't mind at all.
I think it'd go a long way.
Hey, Olaf! Has Chiori come back here since we left?
Huh? I thought you were all together.
Well, we were.
Oh, I remember now. There's this one cliff by the sea. Miss Chiori would always go there whenever she was upset.
In that case, why don't we split up? I'll continue interviewing Miss Letitia, and you two can go look for Miss Chiori.
All right, sounds good. Chiori?
Uh-huh. How did you know where Alof told you, didn't she?
She did. We were just looking for you at the shop and Letitia was there. She wanted to thank you for the dress.
I'm not upset. I just wanted to get some fresh air. Want to sit here with me? The view's quite stunning. Don't worry. I'll catch you if you fall.
All right, don't mind if we do.
Well, how does it feel?
This place is pretty great.
Right? It's quiet and open, and far from the relentless critique from fashion commentators and the media. It's just you and the beautiful scenery.
Yeah, it's important to take yourself out of that kind of stressful environment every once in a while.
I didn't grow up in a very strict family. My parents would joke that I grew up to be so assertive because they spoiled me as a child. I would get together with the other children to climb trees and explore caves. One time, I even climbed over the walls of the Kamisato estate. One of the servants had to physically remove me.
Whoa, Paimon would have never imagined that!
But even as rambunctious as I was, when it came to needlework, I was as quiet and focused as could be. It was as if I discovered a whole new world within those vibrant, dazzling fabrics.
Sorta.
My parents noticed.
You were that
I wasn't misbehaved, exactly. I just often had strange ideas when it came to fashion. Ones that weren't in line with traditional ways of doing things. On top of that... Anyway, a few incidents later, I soon found myself without a master. Worse, not one shop was willing to...
No wonder you left Inazuma.
I was angry and frustrated. So, before I left, I swore to all those masters that my brand would one day become renowned all over Teyvat.
Well, that's a great dream to strive towards.
After that, I came all the way to the court of Fontaine, a city often referred to as the capital of arts and fashion. I had a lot of fun starting out. Sure, I was living in a small cramped room, but I was finally free to make whatever I wanted. I had a far more naive view of fashion back then. Of course, as I spent more and more time in the industry, I learned nothing was ever that simple. Oh, you mean Letitia? Yeah, she did mention that dream. Who would have thought? Even as I continue to pursue my dream, my work has also become someone else's. Alright, that's enough sightseeing for one day. Time to come up with a way out of this mess.
Ooh, looks like you've got your
Back? It was never gone to begin with. I did say I wasn't upset, didn't I?
Paimon thinks we should look for evidence that Uter wrote that article, and that he hired those treasure hoarders to attack Kirara. Charlotte's already working on an article to address all those nasty rumors so we can publish all our findings in the—
I don't like duking it out in the press. But if Charlotte's thrown her hat in the ring, I know where Uter's clothing factory is located.
Sounds good! As for Fashion Week, well, there's always next year, right?
Huh? When did this become an either-or situation? Find incriminating evidence or participate in Fashion Week.
But your accessories! Didn't you say your designs were on—
Well, it's true that I haven't quite figured out what to do about that. To tell you the truth, even here in Fontaine, every time I see the sea, I can't help but remember Inazuma. Thinking about all that, I just can't bear to take even one step back. The sea.
What did you just say, Chiyo?
The sea. Seashells, coral. I've got it.
Got what?
Come, let's take a dip, shall—
Chiori! Wait, hold up! Chiori, why did you just jump into the sea all of a sudden?
Paimon, what do you think is the most beautiful thing in the sea?
A Lumitoile? Or a pearl, maybe? Oh, coral's pretty too. Ah, Paimon gets it now! You want to use things like that as the accessories for your designs!
Well, now that you hit the nail on the head, help me grab some, would you?
Leave it to— These should be enough, right? Paimon picked all the prettiest ones in this area. Chiori, will these do?
Everything looks great.
Great! So are we gonna head back now and make some—
Yes, but don't forget, we've got more than just the designs to worry about. Okay, we've got the materials for the accessories.
You mean we have to start from scratch? Well,
I should be able to make it.
oh no, skipping out on sleep is not the answer.
Ganyu? Who's that?
A friend of ours who does way too much overtime. Well, anyway, sleep is important. You're not gonna convince Paimon otherwise.
Well, I can't argue with you there. One thing's for sure, though. I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it work. All this grit and determination. It reminds me of the first Fashion Week I ever participated in.
What else can we help with?
Let me see. I suppose all there's left to do is tear up all the outfits currently on display.
You got it! Wait, what did you just say?
You heard me. Tear them all up. When I went to that first Fashion Week, I had no savings to speak of. Just a few dozen yards of fabric and a dream. I had to make something work, so if it worked back then, why not now? We can also repurpose some of the ready-to-use accessories in the shop.
But you worked so hard on all these
I know. That's why I refuse to let it all go to waste. I'm not going to let them win. Even if it takes everything I've ever made and more.
Okay, then... Here goes nothing.
No need to be nervous. I won't hold it against you. Of course. If anyone dared to tear up one of my dresses in front of me on a normal day, I'd probably toss them into the sewer. Just this once, though. I think I can make an exception. Go ahead and tear them up. Think of it as a good way to vent your emotions. Good job. That should do it.
Chiori, are you alright? Sorry for taking so long. I got caught up and... Whoa. What happened to your shop? Who did this? Those monsters. Slandering you in the papers wasn't enough for them, was it? Give me their names. Since they're all too eager to tear up other people's clothes, I think it's about time the Spina di Rosula return the favor.
Maybe you should calm down a bit first, cause you see,
huh?
Ugh, what is this, a soap opera? I was the one who asked the traveler to tear up the outfits.
Oh, so that's what happened. I guess I got a bit ahead of myself just now.
Navia sure is scary when she's angry.
If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a false accusation. No one's...
You and Chiori are really close.
Of course. Everyone knows that Chiori makes the most gorgeous outfits in town. All of the...
Now, if only you'd give me the contract for your uniforms as well.
As if you'd enjoy designing something as boring and formulaic as a Plus, with how much your intel has helped us out in the past, to the Spina, you're more of an intelligence agency than a fashion boutique.
If I had it my way, it would be the other way around.
Anyway, we both know why I'm here. Tell me, how can the Spina be of service to you?
If it's not too much trouble, can I borrow some skilled hands to help with some simple sewing work? I'll need all the help I can get if I'm going to finish.
Oh, no problem. I've got a few of those guys all ready to go. I just knew you wouldn't be intimidated into withdrawing from this year's show. When are you going to get started?
Actually, there's something else I'd like to ask of you.
Ask away.
Oh, and Traveler and Paimon, could you help me pass word to Linny and Lynette? I'll need their help as well.
I'm done with my interview. Has Miss Chiori made it back yet? Oh! Who did this? Give me names. I'll make sure every last one lands a full feature on the front page of the Steambird tomorrow.
Not this again.
Great, you're both here!
A moment later and you'd have missed us.
We read the article in the papers. She helped design a number of our costumes in the past and even sponsored one of our performances.
Oh, perfect! She was the one who sent us!
In that case, I assume that there's something we can do to help.
Okay, so it's like...
Is that all we'll need to do?
Should be a piece of cake for the...
Paimon's glad to hear it! Well then, guess it's about time we go and find some evidence for all the Chiori said we shouldn't disturb her over the next couple of days. We can check in with her again once she's done with all the new designs.
But the show's in another 2 days, isn't it? Will she be able to make the deadline?
Well, according to her, she wants to first beat Uter fair and square at the show, and then defeat him in the court of public opinion. She said that
A two-pronged approach?
Courtesy first, confrontations...
yeah, something like that.
Understood. Then we'll have faith in her decision. We'll go make some preparations. See you at the...
All right, we're counting on you. Okay, then let's also do as Chiori said and meet up with her at Uter's factory in 2 days. Oh, Paimon sure hopes she won't have a hard time making all those new...
you're here.
Chiori! How are the new outfits coming along? You look kinda tired.
Just a few steps left now. I've handed the rest over to Olaf. We should be able to make tonight's show.
Wow, that's cutting it real close. Are you sure she'll be okay without you?
Don't worry. I have no intention of giving ground on either front. With the fashion show scheduled for tonight, Uter has closed his factory. This is our only chance to secure any incriminating evidence.
Okay, Paimon totally gets that this is all his fault and he totally deserves it, but wouldn't we technically be trespassing on his property if we just...
His factory is usually open to the public. It may not be open for business right now, but that doesn't mean visitors can't stop. We're just curious customers after all, aren't we?
Well, when you put it that way...
Anyway, Uter's factory is right over there.
Why would he open a factory over there?
We have different marketing strategies. While I specialize in high-end custom garments, he prefers low prices and large...
Alright! Ooh, it's really creepy. Paimon would never choose to buy anything from a place like that.
You make a good point. Let's all be on our guard.
We're in! There really is nobody here.
Welcome, dear visitors.
Oh, Paimon nearly fell out of the air! What is that thing?
A mechanical guide. They usually use a recorded tape to give you a tour of the factory.
Please, follow me, dear guests. First stop on our tour is a look at the gradual evolution of our clothing brand. After that, we welcome you to peruse our most popular styles.
Huh. Uter seems to be doing pretty well for himself, doesn't he? Why would he feel the need to bother you when he could just focus on improving his own brand?
This is the studio where our designs are made. These are the fitting rooms. Please use them at your leisure.
Huh? There seems to be something in this fitting room. Why did the door just close?
Hold on tight, Paimon.
Why is it moving?
It seems to have stopped.
Where did this thing take us?
Seems like we're someplace deeper inside the factory.
Look out! There are guards here!
Into the wind.
Next customer!
This place is filthy!
Look over there.
Ugh! That water looks super nasty!
And I was the one using unsafe materials, Ute.
So he was actually the one who opened it.
No wonder his clothes always felt weird to the touch. He's been using all manner of tricks here in a bid to...
Should the clothes made here even be...
Never mind issues with shrinking and fading. These materials can get...
That's terrifying! This way he won't be able to try and deny anything in court. Huh? Doesn't look like there's a path here.
Follow me. Let's go up.
This place seems like some kind of warehouse. Ugh, and it stinks too. Huh? What's going on? Our way in's been blocked.
Seems like he knew we'd be coming.
You did say he knew you really well, didn't you?
Yes. And that's because...
But you're practically at each other's throats!
When I first came to Fontaine, we were both fledgling designers who longed to gain a foothold in the world of fashion. In the beginning, We both wanted to make clothes that would stand out from the crowd and shatter tradition. But with every criticism we received, and every sponsor that finally, right before Fashion Week, he came to the conclusion that we wouldn't be able to make the designs we always dreamed. For my part, I gambled it all and devoted everything I had to that one week.
You received the acclaim of all Fontaine while Uter gave up on his dream and turned to making this sketchy.
I don't know the exact details of what happened after that. All I know is, after I opened Chiyoria Boutique...
He's just jealous of what you've accomplished. A guy like that doesn't deserve your sympathy.
Well, let's focus on getting out of here first. Missing the show is as good as letting him win.
There are some control panels over there. Oh, that doesn't seem to have done anything.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Coming at ya! Coming at ya! Fire!
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Hey there!
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion.
Look over there. Seems like there's a way out. Maybe we can use these mechanisms to get higher.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Time to go.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders entering expulsion mode.
Time to go. Time to go.
We finally made it out. Why does it feel like the movement patterns of those mechs have changed?
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure. Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure.
One with nature.
Warning. Warning. Unauthorized intruders initiating shutdown procedure.
We're finally out of that stinky place. Let's take this evidence and get out of here. Finally, the entrance! At last!
Oh, those chambers couldn't hold you, I see.
We've collected a bunch of evidence on all the nasty stuff.
The evidence on your person, you mean?
More mechanical guards? Really? Ever thought about using these funds for a legitimate purpose?
Oh, but this is a legitimate purpose.
What? Destroying Chiyoria Boutique?
Proving that fashion is merely a laughable farce. A carnival of ignorance!
You know what your problem is, Uter? You've become so obsessed with the concept of fashion itself that you let it paralyze you.
Spare me the lecture, why don't you? Sooner or later, you'll cater to all the voices too.
Fashion is about aspiring towards a certain ideal. But it's up to you.
Well, once the people witness their former darling's spectacular fall, they'll understand how laughable that ideal truly is.
That's what you've been trying to prove all this time? Your jaded understanding of the industry is the reason you've had it out for my brand for so long? You weren't like this before, Uter.
He realized long ago how utterly naive and ridiculous that dream.
You gave up on your dream, but that wasn't enough, was it? You think you understand. But you're just a bitter man who let his regrets dictate his choices. This whole thing, Uter. It's pathetic.
Pathetic?
You're right. Maybe all those who pursue their dreams are, but more pitiful still are cowards who are too afraid to even attempt what the fool is brave enough to try.
You...
Yeah, just leave this guy to us!
No, you go instead.
But he has a gun!
It'll be fine. Just go to the venue and tell everyone to proceed with the plan. I'll deal with him. Some lessons are best delivered in person.
Catch up with us soon!
Trying to leave, are we?
I've held back all this time because of our past partnership, Uter. But all that changed after our tour of your factory.
Still trying to talk tough, I see.
No matter what you've been through, no matter why you've become like this. If I may borrow the words of a friend, a guy like you doesn't deserve my sympathy. Allow me to show you the true meaning of the Chioria brand. The Chioria brand represents more than a person or a trademark. It's a way of life.
Greetings, friends at Fontaine Fashion Week. Please feast your eyes on the extravaganza that Chioria Boutique has prepared for you today.
Brilliant, dazzling, and wholly unique. And most importantly,
an enduring, never-say-die spirit. That's the true meaning of the Chioria brand. And now, let's welcome the thundering seamstress, Miss Chiori herself!
Did Chiori not...
Lights! Cameras! Over here, please!
Let the show begin!
The world may change, fashion along with it, but Chioria will remain the same. No challenge is too great. Chioria caters to no one, not even the times. Rather, Chioria will always lead the fashion of our time. Finally, let's not forget. Only those who do not give up on their dreams are worthy of this brand. Well then, I suppose all that's left to say is, Happy Fashion Week, fellow dreamers.
about this?
A little more to the left.
Like this?
Perfect.
Phew. Oh, that looks great! Miss Chiori, can I take a picture?
Of course.
I didn't know you'd make a brand new signboard.
I made it before Fashion Week. I figured it'd be...
Well, how can you become renowned through all of Tevat without a fancy signboard of your own?
Now that you mention it, perhaps our magic troupe could use one of the...
Our signatures are the Grinmalkin Cat and the Bogglecat box.
Pear would need an alias, of course. How about... the Hangry Bird.
So, does that mean your signboard is going to be 2 cats and a penguin stuffed into a single hat?
Ooh, that sounds super snuggly and warm.
And a bit cramped.
Miss Chiori, I'm done taking pictures. You can expect the article in tomorrow's Steambird, along with the evidence the Traveler gathered.
Thank you, Charlotte.
It's my pleasure. Bringing the truth to light is a journalist's duty.
Going forward, feel free to custom order any accessories you need for Monsieur Verite. It's on the house.
Huh? You really mean it?
Of course. The same goes for you too, Linny and Lynette.
What about something other?
Thank you, Chiori. It's much...
Well, I don't really need anything. Just don't be a stranger, all right?
I don't need anything either. So long as you continue to request my international courier services from Komania Express, we're good.
Actually, that reminds me. When will you be leaving, Kirara?
Huh? About that.
The Spina di Rosula has prepared a special vehicle for you, so you can just get in and we'll push it all the way out of Fontaine.
What? No, that's so embarrassing.
Ooh, do we get something nice too, Chiori?
Of course. Just hold on a second.
Disrupting public order at the show, appropriating venue lighting equipment without authorization, using weaponry in public, hosting a dangerous performance without notifying the authorities.
Shivers, we can explain!
If you come across anyone who matches those descriptions, please report them to the Special Patrol at your...
Enjoyed that, didn't you? You nearly scared me half to death.
Says the one who pulled that stunt earlier. How about you do me a favor and tell me in advance next time you're planning something like that?
And if I had, would you have approved?
No, but it would have at least spared me a whole lot of anxiety.
Well, I would say I more than made it up to you, have I not? A whole underground workshop in the Fleuve Sandra, and the man responsible all tied up.
All right, I won't argue with you. You can have this one.
Well, friends, I would say we've earned ourselves a nice meal for our efforts. Let's go. Spina's treat.
I'll have to take a rain check. I've still got a lot of paperwork to take care of, so you all... Oh, by the way, Chiori, I ran into Vanger on the way here. He had a message for you.
I don't need to hear it. I'm sure the old fool used pretty much every apology in the book.
You know him well.
Thanks again, Shelvrus.
My pleasure. Oh, and one last thing. That was really quite an amazing show.
You don't say.
All right. Follow me if you want in on the celebration feast. Come on, we're leaving.
Traveler, Paimon, could you go wait for me at that place with the view? I'll let Navia know that we'll be a little late. There's
a place with a view? Oh, Paimon knows where you mean. Sure.
Perfect. I'll be right... Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, we didn't wait long at all. But what did you want to give us that you couldn't share right in front of everyone else?
Here, take this.
Oh, wow! A brooch! And in the style
I've only made 2 for now. After much consideration, I decided to give them to you two. You've been a great help. Even when things were looking bleak, you stayed by my side. There were even times when I felt like I had to fight back and win, even if it was just to honor the trust that you had in me.
Well, we may have helped a little, but Paimon would say you deserve most of the credit. This result, it was all you, Chiori.
I know for certain that was not the case. I've chased my dream for so long that I've come to understand something. Apart from conviction and persistence, the thing that matters most is having friends who believe in you even when you don't believe in yourself. A single person can only do so much. Without all your help, Chiori Boutique could have easily fallen to ruin.
Well, Paimon doesn't think it would have ever gotten to that point. Not if you had anything to say about it. But, about the stuff you said at the show, you aren't worried it'll rub some people the wrong way?
Perhaps my words were a little pretentious, but they do reflect how I truly feel. I won't bow or scrape before any force in this world, much less any individual. I'm confident in the quality of my work. Create something beautiful, and there will always be people who appreciate it.
Well, guess there's nothing to worry about then. Should we go back and join them at the victory feast?
Oh, yes, of course. But before that, I'd like to admire the view for just a little while longer. You know, of all the nights I've spent in Fontaine, I'd say this is the loveliest by far.